Morning, Mira, Kashmir. It's so nice of both of you to join us today on a lovely Saturday morning it's quite early, isn't it? 22:11. So most people would be out and about enjoying the beach now, but you're here with me and having a discussion. So what brings you here today? What can you tell me about, Mira? Who is Mira? What makes you Mira? What makes you tick? What makes you enjoy life? What are the good things about you that, everyone wants to know?
Theo, you really threw me off there, right?
Nothing to be thrown about. We're just having a discussion.
Okay. So I think the main thing about me is that I live for my kids. That's number one.
How many kids do you have?
There's Kush and there's Kashmir.
Okay.
Kush is working and Kashmir's just started high school.
Okay, great stuff. Important years, Kashmir.
Day 8. 8 days in high school now.
Day 8 of grade 8.
Yes.
Excellent. Fantastic.
Otherwise, I'm working hard every day. I work at a law firm, and just so that our kids, see, I said the wrong thing, my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so that my kids can have a safe and secure life, and they're happy every day, and we get to do fun things over the weekend.
Oh, I love that. Because that's what every parent wants, right? You want your parents to, your kids to be healthy. You want them to be happy. You want them to have a good life. You also know that you've been through so much in your life. And all parents are guilty of that if it's something to be guilty of. But we try and save our kids from those hardships. We don't want them to learn the way we did. We try to tell them these are the things that we've learned, and we hope that they pick it up and that they don't go through those issues. But I agree with you 100%. Everything is about our kids. We work hard. We want to create that life for them. So what are the things that you do that you would like? I mean, Kashmiri is here. Like, what are the things you wish Kashmiri knew now? That she's all of, grade 8. What are the things you wish she knew now that took you a while to learn? I've got lots of lessons I give my daughter. I know for a fact I sound like an old dad when I speak with her, and so she doesn't really pick up much, but the one or two things that come across, it's useful. But what are the things that you like to, pass on to Kashmiri and Kush as well?
So I think for right now, the main thing I try to teach them is to wake up every day with a positive attitude and to seize the day. That really helps, the way you wake up every morning, and that positive start to the day helps you get through the day.
Yeah, makes sense.
And well, just for them to do the best in whatever they're in, whatever they're trying to do, their school or work or extracurricular, whatever it is, sport, do your best, have fun.
Yeah. I like that. Do your best and have fun. Having fun is so important because life goes so quickly. You don't realize it when you're young because you think that there's plenty of time ahead of you.
I was just saying to Kush yesterday, I was like, please do not waste your youth. You look so beautiful right now. Don't waste it.
Okay, excellent. So Kush's daughter as well, or
He's
son?
My son.
This is your son, okay. And how old is he, if you don't mind me asking?
19.
19, best years of your life. Right? 19 to 24, 25. Right. I love the advice you gave him as a mom. Yeah, perfect. He must make the most of his youth.
Because you've only got it once, and then it goes so quickly.
Absolutely.
And then you look back like, oh my God, what was I doing? I should have done that then.
Yes. And I love that you as a mom have told your son that, because lots of moms, my mom included, will tell you, no, be careful, don't do this, don't do that. And, you have to worry about this and have to worry about that. And it takes you a while to actually figure out that none of that is as important as making sure that you yourself are a whole person. You're growing and you're becoming who you hope to be. I mean, I don't think any of us end up who we want to be, but definitely who you hope to be in time. It's a continuous path.
I think that parents do that out of fear. They're just afraid of just the worst things happening. But then also, I think you need to just know that it's out of your control. Life is going to take over and teach them.
Yes.
Anyway, so you just got to leave it. And then what you got to do is be like this cushion to catch them when it happens.
Oh, I like that. I like that. So when the hardships come.
Yes. So in my mind, I've realized, okay, this is out of my control, and life is going to teach them. I'm going to do the best that I can and guide them to the best of my ability. But life is going to take over, and life is going to teach them.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
I've just got to be there for when those times come.
Yeah, I like that. I like that advice. Kashmiri, does it make sense?
Yes.
Hey? Is it something that mom lives by on a day-to-day basis?
Oh yes, very much.
Fantastic. No, I love that. Yeah, so in that spirit and in that vein, everything is for your kids. What are the things, I mean, there's the health, there's the mental health side. You've got to make sure that they are healthy and happy and mentally fit for the various challenges that are going to come their way in time. But then there's also the financial aspect. Like all of us have to live with that understanding and burden of knowing that everything costs money. Everything requires some sort of financial input. From the house, the car, the life that you live. So what are the things that you're preparing Kashmiri for and that you have prepared Kush for in that way?
So we do talk about finances a lot at home. We have very open discussions all the time about
That's
everything.
fantastic.
And I've said to them both, I mean, Kush started working when he was 16, 17. He started working part-time. So I've always told both that the minute you can get a job or get work experience, just run with it.
Yes.
Because the earlier you start preparing for your future, the better for you. And you just start learning as you're earning money how to look after it, look after yourself, and get independent faster.
Yeah, definitely. And learning those lessons about money, like it doesn't just come from mom and dad's endless pockets. There's finality.
There's endless pockets? Who's those?
Apparently, like kids, I love how kids are always like, Mom, I want this, I want that. Oh, just buy me this, buy me that. No, it's fine, just get it, we'll take it. And it's good. I think teaching your children about money, I think it's very important. A lot of parents don't talk about money. I'm one of those dads who, I'm very money conscious. So I speak to my little one on a continuous basis. And she's 7 years old. So she knows things about money that I only learned when I was much older.
That's
which is
great,
good.
yes.
I hope it sticks with her.
Well, somewhere along the line she's going to remember something.
I hope so. Although she's going to become a problem for someone else at some point. But for now, I think she's quite diligent in that way. But it's important to talk about money. It's important to tell your kids, where money is coming from, how much of money is available. Parents will hide their salaries and their incomes and things like that. Whereas every rich person that I've followed in terms of, their books and podcasts, they talk about the fact that you must be open with your children. If there is only, and to be honest, even people who started out with very modest means, but whose kids ended up very financially astute and successful, their parents were very open about money. So Jensen Huang was the guy who created NVIDIA, one of the founders of NVIDIA, but he took it to the next level and became a $1 trillion company, or $3 trillion, something like that. His father was very, very poor, and he told stories about how his dad would tell them, there is only so much of money, you have to do A, B, and C. You have to work, your brother has to work, these are the things you have to do. So it became a norm for them. There was no expectation, there was no understanding that dad would always provide, but there was this hunger that was developed within them where they understood that, hey, if I go and do this, I could earn some money, I could take that money, put it into this, I could invest in that way, I could better myself. And I think talking about money is so important, but it's something that we all sort of shy. Look, I'll say, especially in South Africa, I don't know what it's like abroad. I do hear stories of family in UK and Canada and North America, etc., the other parts of North America, who speak about the fact that it's quite open. Everyone knows dad earns 20,000 rand a month and mom earns 10,000 rand or 15,000 or 30,000, whatever the number is, and therefore total household income is 50 grand, and therefore this is what we have to do. This is the payments for the house, this is the payments for the cars, this is life insurance, this is school fees, this is your cost, these are clothes and our allowances, and therefore there is only this amount left. And from this amount we need to make sure that all of us have a decent life. So how would you like to contribute in that way in terms of the spending decisions? instead of, unilaterally deciding that a holiday needs to be X, Y, and Z. Involve your kids.
Exactly the way we do things at home.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
We do things like that because there's 3 of us, and we discuss everything.
So is that one of the lessons as, being a single mom? Is that one of the things you picked up, or were you always that way? Was it something you grew up with?
I didn't grow up with that. So all of the things that I felt I needed as a child, I'm trying to give to them.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, you would come from what I was talking about, where parents don't tell you these things. And then suddenly you're 18, 19, and you're earning your own money, and you're like, wait a second, how do you make 10,000 Rand stretch? How do we do this? Like, what's happening? How do mom and dad do it? Okay, now hold on a second, let me go to them. And now you're borrowing money, and parents don't have money, and it becomes a whole, No, so prepare your kids. I like that.
The minute Kush started earning money, we sat down and we discussed everything.
Oh, wow.
And each step of the way, when something new happens, we sit and we discuss it. And he's very good with saving, I have to tell you.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's lovely.
He's very good with that.
It's probably because the way you were so open about money. He understands.
I hope so.
Money doesn't just come. Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah, no, we do go over everything because I want him to secure himself for his future.
Absolutely.
And he's doing a great job as a 19-year-old. I'm so proud of him.
Oh, well done. Well done, Kush, wherever you are. Mom and Kashmir are both proud of you. And Kashmir, what have you learned? What do you think is important? Because you at a wonderful young age. The world is still ahead of you. Lots to do. What are the things that as a youngster you would be worried about? What are the things you wish you understood better?
I feel like I don't worry about much because my mom is very smart when it comes to sorting out stuff for me and my brother. So I feel like the main thing I worry about is I guess when it comes to her working and stuff, make sure to take time for yourself,
Yeah, family time.
Yeah.
There's always that balance, and everyone tells you, you have to balance, and you must have work-life balance. It's something that I suppose was more a 2010 term, work-life balance. And as we're getting into Gen Z, it's not really a big thing because Gen Zs seem to get it a lot more.
So my kids are very different in that aspect. They literally force me to go out to have a good time. They
force you to go out to have a good time. So they're trying to force you to have that work-life balance.
Yes, they are very, very loud about that. They phone me where are you? I'm at home. Can you go to dinner, Mom? Go and have a good time.
Oh, I love that. That's pretty cool.
They're very different. Yes, I know.
That's fantastic. Look, I think what many people may find surprising is that work-life balance is great at a certain point. When you're young, it's work balance, work. Enjoy the work, toughen up, in that process, get that endurance and diligence locked down, because thereafter, once everything's settled and once there's sufficient resources that are cushioning any sort of calamity that may take place, then you can have a break. And again, everyone I follow, everyone I listen to, everyone that I've read about have exactly the same mentality. Unless, of course, you're very comfortable just having, I don't want to say this in a way that people start getting upset.
I know.
Mediocrity.
I saw you going to yes, maybe that.
So if you're happy or content with an average or sort of average life, then absolutely take plenty of time, don't work hard, that sort of thing, but you're missing the opportunity, in my opinion. And I know that's not for everyone. It's the same way I talk to my little one and I tell her, look, in life you will have ample opportunity if you make the most out of it. But if you are very sort of nonchalant and flippant about opportunities to succeed, you will have fewer and fewer over time. That's just the law of the universe. It's just what happens. People stop giving you opportunities because they feel that you squandered, that you wasted.
Yeah. So when it comes to that, I always try to teach them to take every opportunity, but also I teach them about risk.
Sure, that's a great one.
Weigh out the risks first
Okay.
But otherwise, seize that opportunity if there's minimal risk.
I love that. Tell me about risk. What is it that you worry about? Like, what are the risks what are you assessing for when an opportunity presents itself? What type of risks would concern you?
Safety and financial.
Okay. So safety being physical safety, making sure that nothing will put them in harm's way. Unfortunately, just driving to work every day is a risk. So there has to be some sort of balance in that. I think all life presents risk, unfortunately. And obviously you want to just mitigate that as far as possible. Live in a safe area, drive a safe car, don't travel in an unsafe manner, on an unsafe route. Have a good partner that's not going to create misery in your life and that sort of thing. And then financial risk, don't put yourself or overexert yourself. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, so how much are we investing in this? With regards to both the safety, how much of yourself are you investing in this? How much are you investing financially? Like, weigh out that risk.
Sure.
Because you cannot afford to lose if it's too much,
It sounds like you've had experience with that before. Have you?
Maybe. Now you got me. Give it some thought.
Give it some thought. Okay, sure. All right. So I agree with you 100%. I think, though, that a lot of us are risk averse. We're taught to not take chances. And obviously you don't want to take chances in a silly way. I'm not going to tell you, I wouldn't advocate for anyone to walk on a tightrope, where they could quite easily fall unless they are professionals in it. But we don't take risks that we should take, I think. We don't take enough risks that you should take, I believe. So if an opportunity presented itself for you to put up half of the money you earned in your entire life, but you're all of 21, it's not a lot of money. I mean, even if it is in quantum-wise, time-wise, it's not a massive amount because you're 21, you've got plenty of time to make it back. But the reward ratio might be significant. Investing in yourself, investing in your opportunities business-wise.
Yeah.
I feel that no return is greater than the return that you'll give yourself through a business that you apply yourself in. No bank will give you that return. No passive investment would give you that. No, collaborative investing would provide that. Whereas the risk on that is, for argument's sake, if I'm 21 years old and I've got 100,000 Rand income available, or 100,000 Rand available that I've built up, that might be a small number, that might be a large number, depending on what perspective you are looking at it from. But if you've got 100,000 Rand and that was all your money, but you had an opportunity that you felt strong about, and it cost you 80,000 Rand, for example, for argument's sake. And if you lost 80,000 Rand in that opportunity, it's a lot of money. It's 80% of whatever you had. But the time that you have available to make it back up is incredible. So that 80,000 Rand is a lesson that you would have learned for the rest of your life. It's something that you can carry with you. And when other opportunities present itself, you've got a filter to gauge it on. A lot of people who grow up with parents who are in business, who are entrepreneurial, who have had exposure to this type of environment, they would have a different understanding to someone who hasn't. And if you didn't have those luxuries, that opportunity, that access, that network, you have to build it very quickly. Otherwise, no one else is going to do it for you. Because I find that you get to a point where you're now in your 30s or 40s, and now you're trying to find a network. Now you're looking for opportunities. Now 80,000 Rand is not the end of the world. The problem is, as you get to that point, you don't have those opportunities anymore, as many, because everyone knows Theo as being the guy who doesn't take risks, as being the guy who doesn't want to go and explore new opportunities. So those opportunities stop coming to him, if that makes sense. So I think when you're young, parents need to be a little bit more forgiving in risks that children should take. We need to understand that failing is absolutely normal. You have to fail. If you've had many businesses, you are going to fail.
Yeah.
And if you don't fail, that means that you're doing something wrong. Because what did you learn? What have you done? You know? Are you just a glorified employee somewhere? And there's nothing wrong with being an employee, but I mean, in a business, you have to know that there are going to be risks.
Yeah.
There's going to be chances that you have to take. You're going to lose. Accept that.
Yeah, I mean, if you choose to be a business, go into business and own businesses, you know it's not going to only be one. Some are going to work and some are not going to work, and it's always going to change.
Yes, yes. And some will, you know, what's nice though is that if one fails, it's a one loss.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
If I put 100,000 Rand into a business, I lost 100,000 Rand. And if I do that 9 times and 8 of them fail, I lost 800,000. But the 9th one is not likely to make me 100,000. It might make me 10 million. It might make me 1 million. It might make me 200,000. So the ratio of winning is always not, it's not just one, it's one plus, you know. So you're either winning at great multiples, 1,000x in some cases. And I think that's important. So the effort that you put in, if you believe in yourself, I think, I'm not advising anyone, I'm just telling you what I think. If you believe in yourself strongly enough so that when you fail, and understand that you have to fail, that when you fail, you can wake up and do it again, I think that is important. And those are things that no school is going to teach you, no college will ever be able to emulate.
Absolutely.
You have to be in that environment. But that being said, you know, you mentioned something important. Not everyone wants to be in business. Not everyone wants to go down that road. And then in those cases, again, taking a risk might mean taking an opportunity that's far away from home, that's uncomfortable, that puts you in a position that doesn't feel like your niche. But that's how you learn, that's how you grow.
Yeah.
You can't do the same things every day and expect, you know, substantial or significant growth. So I think parents also have a role to play in allowing their kids to fail, allowing them not to be the best always, allowing them to not be the perfect or ideal candidate, allow them to go in, fail, learn from it, learn how to pick themselves up and go again. Because failure is only failure if you stop at that point.
Absolutely. It's what you do when life hits you really hard. It's what you do at that point that makes a difference. Some people don't ever get up from there. And I try to teach my ones, like, you've got to think about how we're going to go forward now.
Yeah.
Has this happened? Let's talk about how we're going to move forward from here.
Absolutely. Is that something that resonates, Kashmir?
Yes.
Yeah. What would you say is like important for kids? Not really kids, but like young people.
I think about the risk taking is very important. Like finding out your hobbies and stuff. Like you can go into a career and then not know what you like. So I think is a very big thing about growing up.
Yeah. Something that I can add is there's a very, very important lesson that maybe you learn the hard way. A lot of people will tell you, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. That is just nonsense in my honest opinion. And I feel I'm saying this cautiously because I know a lot of people are going to be upset by what I'm saying, but it's nonsense because no one likes to work. None of us like working. Work means that I've given up time that I would rather be with my family, with my loved ones. Making memories, doing things that are...
living.
Yeah, that's living, right?
Yeah.
So work is never going to be fun.
Yeah.
I think the few people who have it right are people who are not actually working. They are doing a hobby or something along those lines, and somehow they are earning from it. But it's not work. That's not work, right? And that is not the norm for 99.99% of us. If it was the norm, you wouldn't have 8 billion people complaining about the fact that, you know, work is just taking...
It's Monday again, guys.
Monday, like they wouldn't have Monday memes, etc. So understand that work is something you have to endure, but the way to do it is work hard, work quickly, so that later on you have lots more time. In a lifetime, if you're lucky and you end up living to 70 years old, you don't want to have retirement happen at 60 or 63 or 65, and then you only get life for 5 to 10 years. I mean, that's not healthy in my opinion. Whereas if you work extra hard, if you put in far more effort, if you apply yourself a lot more when you are able to, when you're younger, in your 20s, your early 30s, maybe even 40s, then you get that freedom later on. All you're doing is whatever time you put in when you're younger, it's compounding so that it's buying you freedom later. That is the ratio. There's no, in my opinion, there's no secret weapon. That is the formula. Work really hard, work really quickly and smartly, and you will succeed. The more effort you put into something, the more success you will find from it.
The other discussion that we have about work is finding more than one source of income.
So mom's telling you, work quickly. You can have multiple streams of income. Yeah, I like that.
And I set an example about that one.
Really?
Because I'm at work Monday to Friday, weekends.
9 to 5 and 5 to 9. I love it. That is the way of the world.
I have to set an example on that one and tell them you cannot do it on one income. So wherever you can, do whatever you can. Do it now. You guys are young.
Yes, I love that advice. Something I tell my little one is that because everyone hates work, it's not that we hate it, it's just we don't want to do it. We'd rather, if we could have money without doing anything, we'd do it. Like that would be the dream, right? So do the thing that is going to earn you the most amount of money without compromising who you are. Because all of us can go sell drugs, I suppose, and become, in my case, maybe a very difficult one, but become gigolos on the street, etc. But the things that you can do that don't compromise who you are, but that take a lot of effort. Sure, like a wrong decision, and that's why I wanted to ask the question, because what's right and what's wrong. But a wrong decision might be something mom doesn't like. But in actual fact, it's not the wrong decision, or it doesn't feel wrong. So I always tell my daughter that as much as dad and mom think they know everything, we don't. We are going to be wrong. That's a guarantee. So don't accept everything we're saying as being gospel. It's not the truth.
I got a DM this week, and it said the thing that stood out was, "This is also my first time living."
True. I like that.
Right?
Yes,
that
we're
really,
all learning.
Really stood out.
I like that.
Yeah, we don't have all the answers. We're just doing the best that we can every day.
Yeah. And in that way, I feel that wrong and right, I think it must come from inside. If it feels wrong, then it probably is wrong. If it feels right, it probably is right. Even if mom doesn't agree, even if dad doesn't agree, what do you feel? But if it's because other people are like, all forms of peer pressure, cultural peer pressure, societal peer pressure, in a schooling environment.
My kids peer pressurize me.
Your kids. All types of peer pressure is very difficult because it starts eroding or numbing down that inherent feeling we have. And I think I like rather channeling this.
Yes, right.
And I tell my little one to do that as well, because as much as dad says this is right, this is wrong, you will know that. I don't need to explain to you. I mean, no kid needs to learn about God in the early days because they feel it intuitively. They understand it. That's why they love touching nature, and they want to feel everything, and they want to put things in their mouth, and they want to smell and see. And then they are very friendly with some people, but not friendly with others. They pick up, they're very in tune with their inner, voice, whatever that voice is. So over time though, mom starts telling you, actually, if you don't do this on a Friday, if you don't eat that on a Saturday, if you don't wear this on a Sunday, if you don't sing this on a Monday, etc., then you are doing the wrong thing. So mom's prejudices and her own sort of framework gets imposed onto you. And I don't like that. Personally, I don't like it. Because I found that when you listen to yourself and you have more faith in your inner voice, life is so much more harmonious.
Yeah.
and when you're in harmony with the world, I feel like life works for you. But obviously everyone has their own way. My wife and I often have discussions about whether speaking to a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, now 7-year-old child in that way is a good thing. And I don't know. I hope so. I'm doing the best I can. It feels right to me.
Yeah.
I hope one day when she is at that crossroads, she understands which one is right for her. And hopefully she makes good decisions thereafter. But the 4 things, I've told her there's 4 things that even though, as much as I've said I don't know everything, but those 4 things I'm telling you is bad. Stay away from it. I don't want to share all of them now, but like this
You
4
have to now. What are the 4 things?
I don't like, this is my personal.
Right.
I don't like drugs.
Right.
I don't like alcohol. I don't like cigarettes. I don't like gambling. Those are the 4 things I personally don't like.
Okay.
It's not for everyone. Everyone's got their own assessment of what's right, what's wrong. What are drugs at the end of the day?
Yeah.
What is, smoking, what's vaping, etc., etc. So it's like everyone's got their own thing. But those are the 4 things I've told my little one. I don't like them because I've seen how it can impact your life negatively.
Yeah.
And if you feel that that at some point that's something you want to look at, I can't stop you. It's your life.
Yeah.
You have to learn the way you're going to learn.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that I believe you will be far more successful. And success could be whatever you decide.
Yeah.
Is it financial success? Is it mental agility? Is it mental freedom and general happiness? Is it your relationship success? In other words, you can co-inhabit space well with others. So what is that success? I don't know, but for me, it covers all of them. If you're not smoking, drinking, gambling, and doing drugs, life is great. That's fine. I don't want to put it on there because I know a lot of people have their own opinions.
Yeah.
And
no, but
undoubtedly,
that is your opinion.
there's tons of people who think that I am saying things I don't know about, which is cool. I don't mind that, but those are the things I want my daughter to learn. And like I said, she might not believe me. She might want to, go on her own path and figure it out for herself.
Yeah.
But I hope that doesn't happen because I think she will be far more successful if she doesn't do it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've talked a lot. I feel like I had this. I think this was my podcast. I feel like you were talking to me.
Theo's podcast.
Exactly. Kashmiri, what's the dynamic between brother, sister? Brother being 19, you being 13, 14. What's that dynamic like? Like, what are you looking for? What happens when he gets a girlfriend or a wife or whatever the thing is? What is that dynamic?
I don't know. Me and my brother get along pretty well. I would say so. I don't know what he would say.
Doesn't matter what he says. He's not here. He doesn't have a mic.
But like with his relationships and stuff, I feel like I would try to get close with his partner. But yeah, I feel like me and my brother used to fight a lot. I mean, there's always like a sibling period where one's snitching on the other one's telling them, shh, don't tell mom. But we've gotten over
There's
that.
none of that happening now.
As far as you know.
we got to tell mom first.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah. Kashmir.
I feel like Kashmiri knows stuff that you don't. Okay. So it's close. It's a close one. Okay. Mira, I've got some silly questions I want to ask you. So don't think about it. Just answer. If you had R1 million that you didn't need right now, what are you going to do with it?
I need a sofa.
A sofa.
That's number one on the list.
What are you buying? Like a Rouge Bobois sofa?
No,
those
to
are $1 million
drive
bucks.
me around. I just need
a chauffeur.
driver.
I heard a sofa. Sorry, a chauffeur.
No, a chauffeur.
That makes more sense than a sofa.
Number one. I was ready for that one.
You just want someone to drive you around.
I
love
need
it.
that.
I love it.
That's
and then, what car is he driving? You around in.
What car is it going to be? We need a limo because we need drinks and
A
food.
limo?
In the back. No, I need the
You
fridge
can't
there.
use a limo in South Africa.
Okay,
Maybe a super limo like
snacks,
those.
because these kids eat all
Okay.
the time. The fridge needs to be there. Snacks.
like the 740 IL, those types of limos, like a sedan with luxury inside.
Yeah.
Or maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
I like
Lights,
that. Cool.
disco in the night.
Oh my goodness, lights as well. Okay. And are you someone who would prefer a gift or to give a gift?
Both. I'm being
You have
honest.
one choice.
Both.
Choose.
Oh,
Right hand or left hand?
I'll give it.
You giving. Okay, so you give it. That's nice. And if you had to change only one thing in the world today, what would it be? Just one thing. Don't think about it. Answer.
That's a hard one.
Kashmiri, you?
I think I would get rid of money because, that's like a huge thing about society.
Profound.
and
I love that. I really love it. It feels like money does change a lot of people and create a lot of ills in the world. I like that. I agree with you. Yeah. Mira, have you thought about yours?
No, but I know where she's coming from with the money.
Okay.
Because I think recently they've all realized, my kids also realized that everything in this world just boils down to that.
I
Money.
agree.
The bottom line.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you've kept up with what's happening with AI and the evolutions or the revolution that people are predicting. But they're saying money might not be necessary soon, and the world is going to operate without it, and all of us are going to have a global income to live and eat and breathe, and then we're just going to be existing and exploring and enjoying life. Sounds very utopian. I love it though. I want that life. I think it's amazing.
Don't we all?
Yeah, exactly. This is what I was saying. No one
Sounds
likes to
great.
work. None of us want to work. Don't believe that nonsense of you find something you're passionate about. Cool. I've enjoyed chatting with you. I know I've monopolized most of it. Any parting words that you want to share with people? Anything you think people should know?
We would like to meet your daughter and your wife now.
Oh, we are very private family.
Really?
I don't do social media.
You guys
I don't
sound wow.
No, they are wow. I'm the loose nut in the family. But yeah, no, we one day maybe when she's older and she decides that she wants to be available. But for now, no, she's too tiny. Thank you very much. I've enjoyed speaking with both of you, and I hope we get to chat soon.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks, Theo.